Well, time for the boys basketball here, men's basketball, I should say. The Chowan men and the Bowie State men going to get after it here momentarily. And before we get to that, we'll get to Coach Brett Vinson to get his thoughts on this afternoon's matchup at home here against Bowie State, a team that's had a lot of success playing here at Chowan. We'll talk to Coach Vinson about that and more here in our brief chat. The Bob Burke court floor here this afternoon, trying to get back into winning ways here. Coach Brett Vinson joined as coach. Well, terrific effort by your team of Virginia State back on Wednesday night. You fall 81-79. Tell us a little bit about your team's effort.
Our effort was great. We made some mistakes. They got some easy buckets, just off turnovers and things. But probably, guys, I've been coaching 28 years. I've been a head coach for 16. One of the best Division II basketball games I've been involved in. We came out on the short end of the stick, but we played well. We made shots. They made shots. They had a few calls, could have went either way, that really were the difference in the ball game. When you look back at this team effort, anybody's effort stand out more than others, or just a good team effort? It's just a good team effort. We're limited as far as our depth, and for some crazy reasons, injuries and some other things, but kids play hard. Everyone that got in the game played, competed, tries to do what we're asking them to do. So we've got good chemistry right now. We just got to keep playing, and it's all of us are really, I say this every year, we're all about alike. Right. At the Division II level. Duke's not going out and playing Coastal Carolina. They're going to win that game.
That's right.
We're all Clemson and Wake Forest, and we're all battling, and it's always a 2, 3, 4 possession game at our level.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about a battle. Bowie State's always a tough battle. We're at their place or here, but their team has had a lot of success here at Chowan. They're 7-3 here at Chowan in 10 previous games, and Darrell Brooks' team's at 10-9. But you know they're better than that 10-9 record.
Yeah, they are. I tease Darrell all the time. I said, Darrell, how'd you get your team? Go out and get a cup of coffee and walk down the street? Because there's so many players right in their, literally in their backyard. And he continues to do it, and he gets guys that bounce back, so to speak. They go low D1, mid D1, doesn't work out, and they're from the D.C., Northern Virginia metro area, and they want to come back. And he's done a nice job with getting those guys and then putting them together and blending them. And once again, they've got a good team. They've got good guards. They'll be athletic. They'll pressure you. And, same old thing, guys, every night. We'll just have to do what we do and hope that's good enough.
Jamison inside is a pretty good force coach. He's averaging 9.6 a game, but he leads the conference in rebounding at 11.5.
Yeah, we're bigger than what we've been, and that doesn't always mean you rebound better, because sometimes, smaller, more athletic guys quicker to the ball. And we've been smaller and more athletic since I've been here, really not by design. We just haven't been able to land a big kid. And we've got a couple big ones in Dion and Yugi and Michael, and they just have to focus and be energetic and get after the ball and use their length and their size.
Coach, you lead the team in points per game. Will this be a game where you try to push the pace?
Yeah, we'll play like we play. It's hard not to push the pace with a guy like Gus. You hate to take his game away from him. He's really, really quick with the ball, and when he gets down in there into the red zone, so to speak, he needs to take better care of it. We're down in there, and if we can get something, we'll take it. If not, pull it out. But he's been really good, and so we'll just continue to do what we do and mix our defenses and hopefully run good offense and see what happens.
Coach, good luck to you this afternoon.
Thanks, Gavin.
That's Coach Brett Vinson, who's in his 7th season here at Chowan. His team starts today at 11-5, 4-4, and 1-1, and Bowie State is at 11-9 and 7-2 and 1-1. So the team's very similar records. Darrell Brooks is in his 10th year on the bench here at Bowie State. He's 181 and 117. He has a couple of CIAA championships under his belt. Bowie State's been very successful in the CIAA. Chowan's Brett Vinson is 93 and 87 starting today. So get ready to tip this one off. Deion Joyner will jump it up against Johannes Fleming here for Bowie State. So we get set to start the second half of this doubleheader. Chowan ladies unfortunately fell on the short end today, 47-45 in the opener, in a game that Chowan led the majority of the way. Here's Bowie State with the basketball first, working it right to left. You compare our courtside location with your video screen at home. As working out front with it's going to be Juwan Smith, and he'll push it on the far side to David Bell and get it right back. Chowan a man-to-man here as they whip it out front. Bowie State doing a good job of moving it around on the perimeter. Here's a cut to the lane by Bell, and the float is up and good. David Bell, the redshirt junior from out of Hyattsville, Maryland, strikes first, and Bulldogs got a 2-0 lead here to play. So fared very successfully over the years in Bowie State. We talked about it with Coach Wilson. Is 7-3 here. And Bing with a downtown three, and it's good for Tim Bing. Bing let it up from about 30 feet away. Wow. Tim comes in shooting 41.6% beyond the arc, which is pretty high numbers up here in the CIAA. Chowan with a 3-2 lead here against Bowie. Both teams needing a Northern Division win. They're both 1-1 thus far in the two previous games. Here's the ball tipped away by Jordan on the missed shot and chased down on the far side by Keith Duffin for Bowie State. Duffin to get it right back. Blocked away by Deion Jordan. It goes to Sanders. Sanders tried to get it rolling. It's knocked away in the steal. Back the other way after the Chowan turnover. And here's a runner to the lane. Left-handed layup is no good out of the hands of Duffin. He got his own shot back and put it back up and in. So Duffin on the putback, and ball's knocked out of bounds by Smith on the Chowan inbound. So Bowie State with a 4-3 lead here. Chowan's going to inbound right in front of their own bench. Game starting out pretty physical in the knee. We'll see these officials going to let these guys play. It's pretty physical under the basket on that possession for Bowie. Here's Bing that front, working off a pick from Michael Kelly. Gives it back to Kelly. Kelly underneath, off the glass, and scoring. Michael Kelly on a nice pass that time, and a little give and go that time from Bing at the high post. A little pick and roll that time. Here's a jumper baseline from Bowie State. Out of the hands of Fleming, no good. Rebound on the far side by Rowland. Gus coming on the run. Comes front court, whips it in the corner to Sanders. Dion trying to go baseline for Demetrius. He can't get it to fall. Ball's tipped around and saved by Bowie, but stepping out of bounds with it. It's going to be Fleming. So it'll belong to Chowan. Well, 2 minutes and 5 seconds into this one here in the Borough. Both teams will be at home on Wednesday night. Chowan will host Lincoln. Bowie State back at home up in Maryland, hosting Virginia State. And Kelly gets inside again and scores and does a little muscle move underneath to show that he was able to muscle inside, get that basket. Chowan's up 7-4 here at home there early against Bowie State. Smith's got it on the left wing. He'll kick it back out front to Duffin. Duffin with that headman rolls inside and uses his left arm to push Tim Bing to the floor, and he'll pick up the foul. Good job by Bing to stand his ground, as the foul on Duffin's going to be his first. And Duffin's going to come over to the near side, and he's going to take a breather as Coach Darrell Brooks goes quickly to his bench to insert Cameron Hayes, the leading scorer in his team. 6'5" junior from Upper Warrenberry, Maryland, averaging 13.6 a game. He's an excellent three-point shooter. 43.2% beyond the arc on 38 of 88 shooting. Chowan's got a 7-4 lead early. Here's Kelly at the high post and still dribbling now. Will pick up the dribble and push it away to Bing. Bowie State really pushed Chowan away from the basket here defensively. Chowan's got 8 to shoot. Bing behind his back, goes inside, scooped it up and drew the foul. Somehow he got underneath with a little dipsy doodle and a little brushing underneath it. People kind of spun around and took a look at each other, but everything's fine, and officials doing a good job to get everybody under control here. That foul that time was whistled. Let's see. It was a foul to Jamison. Big guy underneath, and Tim Bing is going to go to the line to get a couple free throws here after that nice move inside. Got him loose. Here's Bing to shoot a couple. Try to extend Chowan's lead. It's currently at 3. It's 7-4. Early in this one, and Bing's free throw is good. Tim on the year has been pretty good from the stripe, and 79%. That's pretty easy to figure. Coming in today was 79 from 100 from the free throw line. So that's pretty easy percentage to figure. Tim makes the first. He'll have a second one coming. His second free throw is money as well. Tim Bing with 5. Chowan the leading free throw shooting team in this league at 75.7. Bowie State's pretty close behind. It's 72.4, which is 4th best here in the CIAA. Ball corner to Smith. Smith back out front to Bell. Bell's driving, left-handed layups. Blocked away, but Michael Kelly got his hand on Bell, and he'll pick up the personal. Michael Kelly's picked up Chowan's first personal foul of the afternoon. Kelly has had trouble with fouls this season. He has fouled out in 4 games this season. Chowan is down in their numbers due to People injured, people leaving the team, and only 5 guys dressed on the bench here this afternoon. His free throws up and good by Bell, who's a 78% free throw shooter, had 8 points in that loss to Virginia Union back on Wednesday night. That broke a 6-game losing streak for Bowie State. And Bell's second free throw is money as well, so Bell makes both and leads at 3 at still 9-6. And here comes some pressure in the backcourt here from Bowie State. Chowan gets the front court. Sanders to roll it. Gus will back it out against pressure and reset the Chowan offense. Chowan cheerleaders on that same end of the floor with Chowan doing a pretty good work trying to encourage this team on. Sanders out to Kelly. Kelly will step back, shoot 3. Got it. Michael Kelly with 7 out of the gate. Smooth shooting junior from out of the box, New York. It's giving Chowan a 12-6 advantage as we hit the 6:27 mark of this first half. Partner Robert Burns not joining me here this afternoon. He's on the baseball field which is adjacent here at the Helm Center, practicing for Chowan's opening game next week. As Demetrius Sanders is going to reach in and pick up his personal second team foul for the Hawks in the half. That'll give Bowie State a fresh 30 seconds and a chance to inbounds on the far side. They do not move the shot clock. They leave it at 20 seconds. I'm sorry. Here's Smith out between the rings with the left-handed dribble. Comes near side. Under pressure from Bing. Here's a three-pointer out on the left. Misses badly here by Hayes, but recovered underneath by Jamison. And Jamison almost had his pocket picked by Gus Rowland, but Gus lost it out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will retain the basketball underneath their own bucket, baseline left. 16-11 to go in the half. Chowan up in front, 12-6 here early. This is Stuffing with it. No correction, that's going to be Bell. Into Jamison, backing in on the smaller Sanders. He can't score on the left-handed hook shot. Tip back out to Smith. Fresh 30 seconds here for the Bulldogs. Stolen away by Bing. Bing somehow saved it and got it to Deion Jordan. Here's Rowland coming through the pressure in the backcourt. He'll back out and gets a pretty good matchup between he and Smith. And Smith's going to hand check him here and pick up the personal. Foul on Smith's going to be his first and the team third for Bowie in the first few minutes of this one. And do we have a timeout here? It's going to be a 30-second of what we got going on here. It's a official thought it was the under 16 because in Division I it is the under 16 and you have a media timeout. But in Division II here in the NCAA, it's the first stoppage of play under 15, 10, and 5 in each half. It gets you to the media timeout. So the official quickly said, my bad. So we're set to go here. Tim Bing will inbounds on the front of the Bowie bench and he'll fire it backcourt to Gus Rowland. Here's Rowland across the timeline where Smith will apply pressure. Deion Jordan comes out to set a pick. Rowland whips it over to Bing. Bing will arch up a 3 and is short. Rebounded by Jordan. Deion's offensive rebound turns into a jump hook for the bucket. Nice job by the 6'10 junior from out of North Charleston, South Carolina. Pushes the lead for 8. Here's runner to the rack, blocked away by Fleming, but recovered by Jamison, who will lay it up in. Shaquan Jamison. First bucket. He's a transfer from right off here. Smith on the steal, and he missed the alley-oop dunk by Fleming, but recovered over to Smith for 3, and he won't go. Tapped up and in by Fleming. Still missed. Finally Bing with the rebound for Chowan. Bing pushes it front court. He'll go coast to coast, spins around, and they'll call him for the foul. They call the offensive foul here on Bing, as Bing knocked the player to the deck. Is it going to be on Bing? Let's see. It's going to maybe on Deion Jordan. I think it might be Jordan for a moving pick, and I believe that's exactly what it's going to be. So we'll finally get to the media timeout. We'll take a little break here from Chowan. Up early in the Hawks at 14-8 with 14:53 to go in the first half. Back to bring you more after this short timeout. This is Chowan basketball that you're listening and watching to on GoSeeYouHawks.com.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, my love, it makes me feel like nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, pushing forwards, but he keeps pulling me back.
Hawks have hit 71.4% of their shots here early, and they lead it 14-8. Here's a jumper back the other way. That's up and good by Cameron Hayes. Hayes got loose on the left and canned it from about 15 feet away. Cuts the deficit to 4 here for the Bulldogs, who have inserted Elijah Epps in the lineup, a 6'1" freshman. Averages 2.6 a game. Also in the lineup for the first time, Brandon Watson, a 6'7" freshman. And Justin Wright as well. Here's Sanders with a jumper off the right, no good. Kelly tips it out to Bing, and Chowan will have a fresh 30 seconds to do something with it. 14-15 to go in the first half here. Chowan trying to add to a 4-point lead. Rolling wide open for a deep corner three, and it's no good. Sanders went in for the rebound and went right over his head, and over to Cleveland in the corner is going to be Hayes. Hayes trying to go front court. Bing stole it, but lost it right back. Back over to Epps, who was able to get it back. Epps pulls up from 15 feet, no good. Tapped around inside, and we got a whistle. We're headed back the other way, and this might be on, let's see. It's going to be on Jordan. It's going to be a second. So Dion with a push off underneath. It's going to be a second. That's Chowan's 14th foul, and Chowan can't afford much foul trouble here this afternoon. We're down in numbers. Inbounds, it comes on the far side to Rout, the 6'6" sophomore from out of Washington, D.C. Thought he was going to launch the left-handed three, but thought better of it. Back out front, the Epps ball's knocked away. Stolen by Rowland. Rowland will take it in on Epps. Layup is good. Nice steal and bucket back the other way by Gus Rowland. Gus leads this team in steals with 41 and just picked up number 42. And his layup back the other way after the steals, giving Chowan a 16-10 lead. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Back out front comes Hayes. Now over to Epps. He'll launch a three and it's short. They go to the rack and it's off the hands of Michael Kelly and out of bounds. Chowan just got caught out of position underneath. And here's Brandon Mahan and Oogie Portik in the lineup. Replaced Tim Bing and Dion Jordan. Portik comes in averaging 2.3 a game, and Mahan 3.4. Mahan coming off an 11-point effort back in Wednesday night at Virginia State. Chowan could use that same kind of effort from the Ridgeway, Virginia sophomore today. Here's a runner inside, stolen away, and thought Oogie Portik recovered it, but it hit right on the inline when he bounced. So it still belongs to Bowie as Darrell Brooks will insert Smith back in the lineup. Juwan Smith, the 5'10" junior from out of Lexington Park, Maryland. He'll take Epps side of the lineup. Right front it comes to Smith, who works against Rowland. He and Rowland about the same size. A pretty good matchup on both ends of the floor here. Here's Smith, far side, pushes away to Hayes. Hayes arches a three off the back of the iron. Michael Kelly with a good block out of Brandon Watson underneath for the rebound for the Hawks. They'll come front court with him for front of a pretty good crowd here this afternoon. Crowd has kind of gotten bigger as the day has gone along here. Bowie State won our opener 47-45. Sanders goes baseline, takes it inside, caught in the double team, and he's fouled underneath. Foul's going to be whistled on Bowie State's Justin Rout, his first and the team fourth. So both teams with 4 fouls with 12:33 to go in the half. Chowan's got the ball, baseline left underneath their own basket. Rowland gets an inbounds to Kelly. Ball's nearly stolen from him by Rout, and Rout's going to pick up the personal. Oh, they're going to call it on Kelly. Fouls on Kelly. They call it on Kelly, my goodness. From Michael, his second. So Kelly and Jordan with 2 fouls each. And Brett Vincent does not like the call at all here. He thought his player got run into here. So Bowie State's a chance to cut into this 6-point deficit. They trail here at Chowan with 12.5 minutes to go in the first half, 16-10. Duffin inside, short jumper underneath. We got a whistle underneath, and it might be a push off inside, and it's going to be a foul against Brandon Watson. And another foul, the shot attempt here by Keith Duffin. So Chowan will get it back. Bowie State's going to pressure in the backcourt. A lot of fouls here early in this one. Have 10 team fouls between the two teams, and we still got a lot of time to play. 12:22 left to go. They got a blocking foul underneath it. Kelly goes to the rack. Foul's going to be whistled on Watson again, so he gets 2 fouls within about 5 seconds of each other. Michael Kelly's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws here. Mike Kelly shooting 2 shots. So here's Mike, who has 7 on the day. His left-handed free throw's on its way, and it rims out. Kelly, a pretty good free throw shooter at 84% on the year. That's just his 7th miss this season. A lot of fans here from Bowie today. We had a chance to talk to some of their family members here in between games. Talking about how nice that driver was down from Maryland today. And Kelly misses both free throws. Ball's tipped out in control by Justin Rout. And Bowie State heading front court with it. Smith's going to work out front against Chowan's 2-3 zone. Smith on the near side is probably a pretty good move here by Coach Brett Benson. When you look at Bowie State's three-point shooting, here's a jump off the baseline. It's no good. Out of the hands of Watson, and Sanders tips it over in the corner and goes to retrieve it for a Hawks. Bowie State's 11th in the league at three-point shooting at 32%. Rowland going inside, somehow held on to it, but couldn't get the shot to go. Off to Rout. Rout would get it front court to Duffin, who lost the basketball and recovered by Oogie Porter. Nice job by Oogie with the steal. Give Brandon Mahan credit. He got his hand in it against, that was David Bell, not Duffin. One's 10, one's 11. Guys look a lot alike in stature when you talk about Duffin and Bell. Here's Mahan with it. Both teams been stuck on 16-10 for a while. Matter of fact, Chowan's not scored in 3 minutes. Mahan to try to break the streak. 3-pointers and air ball. And he'll give it back to Bowie State. Here's Tim Bean back for Chowan, and Shaquan Jamison will get in for Brandon Watson here as Michael Kelly would take a breather for Chowan. Bowie State has not scored since a 14:46 mark, and we had an 11:10 to go in the half. Chowan leading here 16-10. You know, both of these teams have played a lot of games here lately. These kids might be getting a little tired. They both played on Wednesday night, tough ball games. Bowie State losing by 3 to Virginia Union. Chowan losing by 2 to Virginia State. Justin Wright's three-pointers no good. Tim Bean somehow grabs a rebound, trying to get it to Mahan, and Mahan goes to save it, but save it right to Smith. Here's Smith trying to penetrate. Gives it to Bell, and we got a blocking foul coming here on Gus Rowland. Says the official underneath. So Rowland's going to get whistle for the personal. For Gus, it's foul number 1. 16 fouls now against Chowan, so the next foul will put Bowie State in the bonus. Next Chowan foul. So David Bell do the inbounds underneath the basket here for Bowie State. Baseline right. He's just been handed the ball by one of the officials. As they get over in the far corner to Smith, who's wide open for a 3. It's off the back of the iron, but tipped in by Jamison. Tell you what, Bowie State's doing a great job on the boards here early. 16-12 with Jamison's second field goal. Chowan still with the lead here. So we're near the halfway point of this first half. Here's Rowland working against Bell's pressure in the backcourt. Got it inside to Mahan, who's going to be fouled by Bell from behind. He came right up Mahan's back to get the block, but he also got the foul. For Bell, it's personal number 1. And that's the 17th foul for Bowie State. So Chowan's in the bonus now for this final 10-24.
Brandon Mahan shooting 2 shots.
So here's Mahan towing the line. Where he's hits 11 of 18 this year for 61%. And his free throw is good. Mahan's time went up tremendously due to Jadarian Wade's injury early in the year, and then Bobby Grubb not being available in the second semester. Mahan's numbers and minutes have gone up considerably. And Brandon makes both. 2 free throws here from Brandon Mahan off the bench here for Chowan early. Hawks 18-12 advantage. Here's Duffin with it, left-hand corner. Duffin back out front to Bell. Bell trying to penetrate. Mahan's there to cut him off. Chowan once again working in his 2-3 zone. Trying to save some fouls and being low on numbers in depth. Here's the alley-oop, the Rout, and he'll slam it home. Justin Rout on the alley-oop from Shaquan Smith. He just went right down the baseline. Nobody in that 2-3 zone picked him up, and he dunked it home. Nice pass and execution of the alley-oop here by Bowie State. And here's Bean going inside, lost the basketball. It'll belong to Bowie State, and they'll give us to a timeout here. 18-14, Chowan with the lead with 9:45 to go in the first half. Back for more after this short timeout. This is Chowan basketball that you're tuned to and watching on GoSeeYouHawks.com.
With the quick fuse, I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number, I was lightning before the thunder. Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Back to action here at Chowan, where Hawks lead a good Bowie State team 18-14. There's a shot inside by Rout. Won't go. Tipped up inside. Jamison sticks it back in. The third time that Jamison's got an offensive board and stuck it back in here early. And Bowie State, which was once down by 8, has cut the deficit to 2. Rowland trying to penetrate against pressure from Smith. Kabing, another long three-pointer from 10 was a little strong. And Smith about 15 foot away from the basket with the rebound. Off to Bell. Bell cutting in the lane, dumps it off to Rout. Right shot is good, and he's fouled by Uki Forte. Justin Rout's left-handed runner is his second field goal of the afternoon. And that'll put right at the line to try to complete the three-point play as he was fouled by Uki Forte. So here's Wright trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And to tie this game up, or to give Bowie State the lead, and he cannot, as Michael Kelly will corral the rebound. So Rout had a chance to tie it, or give Bowie State the lead, as we're tied at 18. Chowan working on a near 5-minute drought here. And here's Rowland working off a pick from Mahan, but a nice switch that time by Duffin. Here's Sanders trying to go baseline, pulls up, fires over Rout, and got it. First bucket of the afternoon for the Raleigh, North Carolina senior, and Chowan leads up 20-18. Smith whipping around the perimeter to Duffin. Inside to Jamison. Back out front to Smith. Smith one dribble over to Wright on the left wing. Now she'll try to move to the little floor and does so. Gives it away to Bell. 14 to shoot. Bell in the lane. Off to Wright. He'll go baseline. Runner is good for Justin Rout. 6 points for Rout. His career high is 8. His season high is 6. He's already tied that. And he can get above his, or tie his career high with his next bucket. 20 apiece. We play 12 minutes here from Chowan. Here's Kelly inside over to Bing. Back out front to Mahan. Mahan fakes up the defender. Goes inside in the corner to Sanders. 3-ball for Demetrius is a little strong, no good. Jamison had it, but he went right to Rout for Bowie State, and the Bulldogs will maneuver front court. Here's Smith off the Rout. He looks a little winded as he comes front court. Down in the low block to Jamison. Jump hook over Kelly is good. Jaquan Jamison's fourth field goal has given Bowie State their first lead at 22-20. And we got a timeout on the floor, a Chowan timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 7:40 to go in the half. 22-20, Bowie State leading here at Chowan. Other games going on in the league today. It's Craig Sager Day down at Livingston City State. Nice gesture by the Livingston City State folks to have a day where you represent and remember one of the most fashionable guys ever in broadcasting, Craig Sager. And I've seen some of the pictures from the Livingston City State games. folks down in Elizabeth City State flashing some big-time swag jacket-wise this afternoon. So hats off to the recognized Craig Sager. Elizabeth City State, by the way, is hosting Virginia State. Elizabeth City State women easy time over Virginia State in their first game today. Also, Lincoln's at Union. Fayetteville State's hosting Winston-Salem. Livingstone hosting J.C. Swift. And Shaw's at home to St. Aug. Here's Mahan, top of the key. Gets it over to Bing. Bing lobs it inside to Kelly and off the glass, no good. And he got it back and was forced to go back over with it and drew the foul. Kelly working inside a triple team down in the low block. Foul's going to be whistled on Cameron Hayes at first. So Kelly's going to go to the line and try and tie it up here with 7:18 to go into half.
Mike Kelly shooting 2 shots.
So here's Mike at the line. 7 points this afternoon for the Bronx, New York junior. Free throw's on its way, and it's good. Michael Kelly played at Monroe Community College last year. And Chowan located, and we got him here to Murfreesboro. He's had a good season for the Hawks. Averaging 11.1 a game and 7.6 boards, which is best rebounding on the team, and he knocks down both free throws. Pretty much the offense today for Chowan belonged to Kelly, who has 9 of the team's 22. As we're tied at 22. We're near the 7-minute mark of the first half. Smith back out near the center jump circle to set up the offense here for Bowie State. He's clad in all black today with the gold numeral. And these brand new Under Armour uniforms. Fleming inside, blocked away by Mahan, recovered by Kelly. Darrell Brooks thought Fleming got fouled on the play. Here's Mahan, gets it away to Sanders. He'll go inside and get fouled from behind. Foul from behind is going to be on Duffing, and once again, some little war words underneath. Cooler heads prevail as the officials doing a good job of stepping in to take care of Mathis. Foul's going to be charged to Duffin, his second. Darrell Brooks is still upset that he didn't get the call on Fleming's blocked shot down on the other end. He's letting the officials know it here on this end of the floor. So here's Sanders at the line to try to give Chowan the lead back. Demetrius 77% on the year on 37 for 48 and misses here. Hit the front of the iron and bounced off to the right. Next one's on its way for Sanders. He misses this one as well. Hit off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Jamison for Bowie. So Bowie with a chance to break the 22 on time. Smith, a long distance 3, fires up, no good. Kelly's got the rebound as Bing hit the deck underneath. Here's Rowland coming front court, skipped it up and scored a little bit doodle by Gus. Second field goal of the afternoon for the Henrico High School product out of Richmond, Virginia. 24-22, Chowan with the lead here. Smith back in the net, working between the rings, using the left-handed dribble against Rowland. Far side, it goes to Hayes, now back to Fleming. Near side to Duffing. Smith will push it two-handed pass out front to Hayes. He'll fire up the 3 straight on. No good. And Fleming lost it out of bounds, and Rowland threw it off his leg to make sure it belonged to Chowan. Good job by Rowland. And here's Justin Wright back in the lineup replacing Keith Duffing for Darrell Brooks, who works in his 10th season on the bench here at Bowie State. One of the classiest guys you know in Darrell Brooks. I always enjoyed being around him and watching his teams play. Here's Rowland working off a pick, goes to the deck, lost the basketball, and we got a jump ball. And possession there is pointed Chowan's way, or did he get a timeout? He got a timeout to save the possession. You know, they had kind of done away with that rule a few years ago. They had kind of instituted it back. And we've seen that call several times this season. So it still belonged to Chowan after Rowland kind of fell to the deck going around a pick and held onto the basketball and got the timeout to save the possession for Chowan. Clock's paused with 5:57 to go in the half. Chowan with a slim 24-22 lead. Bowie State leads this series 15-5. Two teams split a year ago. Chowan won here 86-83 and lost up at Bowie State. In that game here a year ago, Demetrius Sanders had 26 in that win. He and Gus Rowland and Oogie Portig are the only guys back this year that played in that game for Bowie State. For Chowan. Bale, Duffin, Jamison, Hayes, and Fleming all played in that game for Bowie State. Inside, Kelly, short jumper, won't go. Tipped right inside, and Rowland saves it off the leg of Smith. And it belongs to Chowan. Gus has been pretty good at that. Chowan 8 of 18 from the floor for 44.4%. Bowie State at 10 of 28, 35.7. Kind of lends to what I said earlier about these two teams might be tired. Inbounds it comes to Kelly. Been a lot of basketball since the first of the year for both of these teams. Chowan and Bowie State both going to have to do it again on Wednesday night. Rowland with a pull-up three is short. Got his own rebound to the right. Lays it up and in. Gus Rowland followed his own shot and went right to the rack and scored. Back-to-back buckets for Rowland has given Chowan a 4-point advantage with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Little two-man game with Smith and Hayes out on the right. Then he'll get it inside to Fleming. He tries to score over Kelly and cannot. And Tim Bing can step right in front of Hayes with a good block out with a rebound for the Hawks. He'll maneuver at front court. As Bing will back it out and reset the offense here with 5:10 to go in the half. Chowan trying to add to a 4-point lead. Here's Mahan. He'll fire the three. No good. Justin Rado alone underneath with a rebound for Bowie State, and he'll get it away to Smith, who streaks front court. Back out to right. Far side it goes to Hayes. Right, trying to penetrate. Kicks it back to Hayes on the right wing. Now to Smith as Bing hit the floor. Back door it goes to right, and he can't handle it. Turnover gives it right back to Chowan. That's the fourth turnover for Bowie in the half. We'll take a timeout. 4:49 to go in the first half. Chowan leads Bowie State here at home in front of the pretty good home crowd by a score of 26-22. Back for more after this short timeout.
Maybe I'ma get a little anxious. Maybe I'ma get a little shy. Cause everybody's trying to be famous. And I'm just trying to find a place to hide. Oh, all I wanna do is just hold somebody. But no one ever wants to get to know somebody. I don't even know how to explain this. I don't even think I'm gonna try. And that's okay. I promise myself one day. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me. But that's just the way I am. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me. But that's just the way I am. 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 Maybe I might get a little nervous. Maybe I don't go out anymore. Feeling like I really don't deserve this. Life ain't nothing like it was before. Cause all I wanna do is just hold somebody. But no one ever wants to get to know somebody. If you go and look under the surface, maybe I'm a little insecure. And that's okay. And that's okay. Myself one day. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me. But that's just the way I am. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me. But that's just the way I am. That's just the way I am. That's just the way I am.
Chowan basketball at the timeout with 4:49 to go in the first half. As the Hawks lead here at home, 26-22. I'm joined by my partner, Robert Burns, who has been on the baseball diamond all afternoon, getting in preparation for Coker coming up next Saturday. Here's Michael Kelly. He's had a good afternoon with a jumper left of the lane. It's a 15-foot air ball. And so it belongs to Bowie as it goes out of bounds. And Robert, you guys have finally got the game week here.
Yes, sir, finally.
So long practice this afternoon. Kind of surprised you were able to get on Hawkins Field with all the rain we've had here of late.
Yes, sir. Cold and wet out there, but we made it happen.
Yep. Here's Rat with it on the left. Back it comes to Bell. He'll pick up Kelly, takes it inside. Sanders got a hand on it, but it's tipped up and in by Jamison.
Looks like I showed up for a pretty good matchup, too.
Yeah, you have. This is a pretty good greedy matchup. Both of these teams. Jamison already with 10 now. The leading rebound in the entire conference at 11.5 a game. He's had about 4 offensive boards here early. 26-22, 24, Chowan bleeding. Sanders with it in the corner. Working against Bell. Thought about taking a three. Now moves to his left, pulls up just inside the arc, and is short off the front of the rim. And Smith tips it away to Justin Rout. For Bowie, who will maneuver front court with 3:43 to go in the half, and a chance to take the lead with a tray here.
Gaddis, we were talking about it right when I came up, but Bowie just looks like a tough team. I've never seen them before. I know you've seen them a lot.
Yeah, they're a pretty tough team, and they get it. Del Brooks does a great job with this team. Here's Smith pushing away to Jamison. That's where you want Jamison away from the basket. Bale turning, fires it up. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Mahan. Ball's nearly stolen by Smith, but Brandon recovers and pushes right back to Rowland. Rowland gets it front court to Kelly, and it's off the leg and out of bounds off Kelly. That's not what you want to do, is throw it to a big guy in traffic, and that's what Gus did, and it just created Chowan's 6th first half turnover.
Man, I'll tell you what, they're letting them play down there, though. A lot of contact, rolling through it, so take advantage of it.
Both teams with 6 turnovers in the first half with near the 3-minute mark. Smith with the basketball right behind the arc, pushes away to Ralph. He'll bring Mahan with him, well out behind the arc. Fire goes to Jamison. Kelly about 2 steps away from Jamison. Now to Bale. Bale gets it off to Hayes. He works off a pick. We're tied on Hayes' 2nd field goal of the day from 15 feet away.
Smooth stroke by Hayes.
Yeah, he's a great three-point shooter. 43.2% beyond the arc on the season is Cameron Hayes.
Keeps that ball nice and high, too.
Here's Mahan maneuvering inside and pulls up the dribble, gets it back to Rowland. He was right in front of the staff here from Bowie State. Near Smith's going to foul Rowland going to the rack. And the official said he got a little too close and bumped him to going to the line. That's a 10th team foul now on Bowie State. That's the 2nd foul on Chowan Smith.
Gus Rowland shooting 2 shots.
So here's Rowland at the line with 2 free throws. Tried to break this 26 all time with 2:27 to go in the half. Halftime, we'll do our normal. Take a look at the scoring from the first half and team stats as Rowland's free throw is good. Gus with 7 now. As Smith's going to step out, and to replace him is going to be Elijah Epps, 6'1" freshman out of Baltimore when we saw him earlier. He doesn't have quite the quickness that Smith has at guard, but certainly has a little more size than Smith. Smith at 5'10", and Epps at 6'1". And Rowland misses his 2nd free throw, so it's a 1-point edge for Chowan as Bowie comes front court to try to get the lead back. Epps out front, Rowland trying to apply pressure, and Chowan's man-to-man. Chowan's shown zone and man-to-man here early in this one. He's continued to switch up. Here's Jamison out front, and it looked like Rowland might have hit him in the eye trying to swipe it away. Evidently, officials didn't see it, and play continues here. 6 seconds to shoot here. Bale in the lane, spinning, arched it up, and somehow got it to go. That's a very athletic play by David Bale for his 3rd field goal of the day. Bobby, you mentioned earlier, these officials are letting them play down in the low block.
Right. They are. A lot of contact down there.
Here's Kelly out away from the basket. Kelly's trying to get it to Rowland and lost a basketball. It's knocked away and recovered by Jamison. 7th turnover for the Hawks in the half. Here's Rout to the rack, gets around Mahan. Shot won't go, and Rout's got his own rebound with 90 seconds left to go in the half. Epps with the basketball and finds Bale behind him, and Bale will turn around and look at Darrell Brooks, and who's near the half-court mark, the half-court line, to indicate the play he would like run here. To Epps. Sanders applies pressure. They lob it inside to Jamison, and he knocks it in, and Tim Bain just got whistled for the personal.
Epps is really good at using that big body for a guard to back other guards down, because he's going to outsize a lot of other guards.
Foul's going to be on Tim Bain. And the basket's going to be good. So Bing has just picked up his first, and Chowan Bates team foul. Michael Kelly with that. Deion Jonah back in with 1:15 to play in the half.
I don't know if you're on the same page as me, Gaddis, but it almost looked like that last transition basket, Bulldogs were almost looking for a foul. In a game like this, from what I've seen so far, you're not going to get it called, especially if you're looking for one.
Yep. I thought the official indicated that the shot was good. The basket was good, and it was. But the official underneath indicated 2 free throws, but they were missed. But nonetheless, rebound comes out to Bowie. Long 3 by Cameron Hayes is no good, and Sanders climbs the ladder to grab the rebound with a minute left in the half. 28-27, Bowie with the lead. Deion Jordan maneuvers inside. Little looping shot is good.
That's a nice move.
And Deion Jordan's giving Chowan the lead back in this closely contested game here.
Chowan really needs him. He's a great athlete.
Played a final minute here from the helm center in the first half. Been a good one here between Bowie State and Chowan. Inside to Epps. He's caught the 2 defenders, and he traveled with Epps. Got himself with no room to operate and stepped out of bounds with the travel. And here's Johan Fleming, the 6'7" junior, back in the lineup.
Epps was trying to use that big body a little bit too much there.
Fleming didn't have far to go to come to college. He lives in Bowie, played at Bowie High School. Coach Darrell Brooks in a very rich recruiting area up in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. Great inner-city basketball up in that area and great high school basketball as well. A lot of good private school basketball up in that area. Here's Jordan getting loose inside, scooped it up right hand. It wouldn't go. Rebounded by Bowie State with 18 seconds to go. Shot clock's gone dark. 29 for Chowan, 28 for Bowie. Bell's got it out front with 10 seconds to shoot. Chowan back in the 2-3 zone. Let's see if Bell pulls the trigger off the right, inside to Fleming. Fleming back out front to Bell. Bell penetrating against Bing, pulls up 15 feet and got it. And Bowie State will go to the locker room with a 30-29 lead. Good execution of the offense here by Bowie State as they lead it here at a break, 30-29. We're back after this short timeout. We'll give you the team numbers and individual numbers of this first half that finds Bowie State leading our Chowan Hawks 30-29 here in men's action distance. Back after this short timeout. This is Chowan basketball you're tuned to on GoCUHawks.com.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Drop top, how we rollin' down on Call it South Beach. Yeah, look like Kelly rollin', this might be my destiny. She want me to eat it, I guess then it's on me. You know I got the sauce like a recipe. She just wanna do it for the grand. She just want this money in my hand. I'ma give it to her when she dance. She gon' catch a Uber out the Calabasas. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. I think you got the wrong impression about me back. Just cause they heard what hood I'm from, they think I'm crazy. Okay, well maybe just a little crazy. Cause I admit I'm crazy about that lady, yeah. Finger to the world, it's you pay me. I've been slaving, cause I'm running out of patience. No more waiting, no. Bouncing like a yo-yo. Living life on fast forward, but we slow-mo, yeah. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. I can't wait for the show. Got that good, yeah, I know. You should not be alone. All this drink got me low. Car got me right, and I feel so alive. Hey, she don't wanna think, she don't wanna be no wife. She just wanna stay out late, she just wanna stay away. Can't tell her nothing, no, can't tell her nothing, no. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Bowie State leads at the break 30-29, trying to Couple double-hitter win for Bowie State as the women won today 47-45 in their opener here. And then Bowie State men's doing it with good rebounding. They have 24 rebounds in the first half compared to 18 for Chowan, but get this, folks. Half of them have been offensive boards, and that has parlayed to Jameson's 10 points. He has 5 offensive boards, a big center here from Bowie State. In the first half, Chowan shoots 10 of 25 for 40%. It was 2 of 10 beyond the arc, and he got out rebounded 24-18. Chowan 7 turnovers in the half. Bowie State 37.8% on the first half for 14 of 37 shooting. They're 0 for 7 beyond the arc, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Chowan had 7 points from the free throw line of 7 of 12 shooting. They had 24 rebounds and turned it over 7 times themselves. Chowan's gotten a disadvantage underneath. There's 22 of Bowie State's 30 points have come in the paint, and really 3-point shooting not a factor here in this game. In the first half, the two teams combined to go 2 for 17 in the first half. We'll take another break and come back and look at the individual numbers here at the break. But Chowan trails here by a single point at home to a good Bowie State team, 30-29. And this is GoCUHawks.com.
turn it up. Yeah, we turning it up. Ain't got no tears in my body. I ran up, but boy, I like it.
Don't forget to join us Wednesday night. We'll be back here. GoSeeYouHunks.com airways as Chowan men and women be home to Lincoln. The CIAA matchup. Bowie State, by the way, will be at home as well on Wednesday night. They play host to Virginia State. Bowie State leading our men here 30-29 here at half. Let's take a look at the shooting totals or the numbers here individually in the first half. Chowan led by Michael Kelly with 9, 7 for Gus Rowland, 4 for Dion Joyner, 5 for Tim Big, 2 each for Demetrius Sanders and Brandon Mahan. Buki Portik saw time but did not score in the first half. For the visitors from out of Bowie State, Shaquan Jamison with 10 first half points, 6 each for Cameron Hayes and David Bell, and Justin Wright also with 6, 2 points for Keith Duffin. Johans Fleming, Elijah Epps, along with Juwan Smith and Brandon Watson, saw time in the first half for Coach Darrell Brooks and his staff, but they failed to score. Chowan ladies lost earlier today as they failed to Bowie State 47-45. Chowan led by Mariah Coker with 12 points, 14 for J.J. Williams to lead the way for Bowie State. Chowan ladies now fall to 11-8, 7-3, and 1-2 in the Northern Division. Bowie State women at 16-3, 8-2, and 1-2 in league play. Will go home to get ready for Virginia State women, who lost today at Elizabeth City State by a score of 73-59. We'll take another break, come back, and looking at the standings here in the men's CIAA, both Northern Division and Southern Division, and get ready to tip off the second half. Pretty good one right here in the Borough this afternoon between Bowie State and Chowan men. Bowie State with a 1-point lead here at the Borough.
My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me dream. Dive bar on the east side, where you at? One lights at my nightstand in the black. Come here, you can meet me in the back. Dark jeans and your Nikes, look at you. Oh damn, never seen that color blue. Just think of the fun things we could do. Cause I like you, listen for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. Yeah, I want you. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me dream. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? Cause I know that it's delicate.
teams back on the floor in preparation of the second half here. Other games going on in the league today. Virginia State is at Elizabeth City State. Lincoln's at Virginia Union. Winston-Salem's at Fayetteville State. Johnson C. Smith at Livingstone. St. Aug at Shaw. Let's run down the conference standings real quickly. Virginia State leads the Northern Division, a perfect 8-0 in conference play and 16-3 overall. Bowie State 7-2 in conference play and 11-9. Virginia Union 6-2 and 10-6. Lincoln 5-4 and 12-8. Chowan 4-4 and 11-5. Elizabeth City 6-3 and 10-10. For the Southern Division, Livingstone at 4-4 and 11-6. Winston-Salem at 3-5 and 8-8. Shaw at 3-5 and 7-9. Claflin 6-7 and 7-11. Fayetteville State 2-7 and 3-13. Johnson C. Smith, St. Aug at 2-7 and 5-12. Johnson C. Smith at 1-7 and 3-11. But a whole array of games, everybody in the league in action today, with the exception of Claflin. As we get ready to start in this second half, Chowan will get the basketball to start it here. Hawks trail by a single point, 30-29. This could be a low-scoring affair, Robert. Bowie State is always pretty good at keeping the numbers down on teams.
Yeah, two great defensive teams going off right here.
Yeah, Bowie State lost on Thursday night as Chowan missed a shot here, but recovered by Sanders. They lost to Virginia Union at home, 75-72 back on Wednesday night. Broke a 6-game winning streak. Here's Kelly for three, and he got it. Michael Kelly's got 12, and Chowan takes the lead at 32-30 on the first possession of the second half. But Bowie State have been playing really well coming in that game, winning 6 in a row. Here's Smith back out front. It comes to Bell, and back to Smith on the left as Bing jumps out to put a hand in the 5'10" point guard's face. Now back to Jamison along the baseline inside to Fleming, and he scores his first bucket of the game with a little roll in the lane. A little down low from Jamison to Fleming. A couple of big 6'7" guys working some good passing and magic down inside for Fleming's first bucket of the afternoon. Here's Rowland going inside, splits the defender, scoops it up, wouldn't go. Rebounded by Fleming for Bowie. Off to Smith, 32 apiece. Smith hands it away to Duffing in the corner. It goes to Bell back out front, and nearly stolen. Is stolen by Rowland as he took it away from Fleming, and Fleming's going to foul him from behind.
That was a great play by Rowland.
Yeah, it really was, as he sold that foul, and the foul's going to be in Fleming, who ran right up Rowland's back.
Number 25.
So Rowland with the steal. He is the team leader in steals on the season is Gus. He started today with 41 steals on the year.
He's really good at reading people's eyes.
And that is his third steal of the day, and Chowan's going to turn it over in the inbounds. As Bing's pass is swiped away by Duffin on the far right. It was intended for Bing. Smith pulls up the dribble, goes to Duffin inside. It goes to Fleming. Fleming had it stripped away by Demetrius Sanders, and it belongs to Bowie State underneath. Fleming thought he got fouled on the reach in here by Sanders, and he let the official know about it. And here's Brandon Mahan quickly getting in the Chowan lineup for Sanders.
Sanders with a nice defensive play right there.
Yeah, I think he might have got away with one, to be honest. But we'll take it. It looks good on the stat sheet anyway. Smith, deep corner three for the lead, and it's no good. Jamison with another offensive rebound, sticks it back in. Jamison's 6th offensive rebound in the afternoon. He's got 12 points to show for his offensive boards. That's the 13th offensive rebound this afternoon for Bowie State. And they lead it here 34-32. Most of their points in the first half came in the paint. 22 of the 30. Here's Deion Joyner, almost slashed it, but recovers. He'll foul rail three. Off the back of the iron, no good. They go to the rack. Rebound comes down in the hands of David Bell, who quickly moves front court. Goes by Bing. Lost the basketball, but recovers. Off to Fleming. Fleming a couple of dribbles. Kicks it to Duffin on the left. Duffin goes inside to Kelly. Inside to Smith. Smith penetrates. Back out front to Bell. Bell to the rack. Lost the basketball. It's off Bell's leg and out of bounds. Turnover gives it to Chowan on the 9th turnover of the afternoon for Bowie State. Pretty quick paced here by Bowie State.
A little bit different than the first half. Moving a little bit quicker.
And Bell just kind of bounced it off his leg. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the second half here from Chowan. Bowie State on the road trying to win for the 8th time here at Chowan. This is the 21st time these two teams have played. Kelly with another three.
Don't you just love a big man that can shoot?
Yeah, and a great smooth-looking shot from Michael Kelly, who has 15. His career high here at Chowan is 16. Here's Bell with it out front. Three-pointers giving Chowan the lead back at 35-34. Here's Smith. He's trying to match it back the other way. His through ball's a little strong. He tip it around, and Bing's got the rebound as Deion Joyner hits the deck. And Bing will maneuver front court against pressure from Duffin. Duffin wearing that back headband will force Bing to the right. And he got tangled up. The foul's going to be here on Duffin. The foul on Duffin's going to be his third. Tim Bing, another little sail job here on the foul.
Bulldog foul has been charged to number 10, Keith Duffin.
I feel like that's part of the reason that they're kind of starting to call that chippy stuff as a sell job by Chowan.
Well, you were talking about getting chippy. You got to get it in control. Here's a little handoff to Bing. Spins around and got caught in a double team and lost the basketball. Stolen away by Smith. Tim just had nowhere to go with it and he got off the floor. And the ball's lost back the other way by Bell, stolen away by Mahan. 5 turnovers already between these two teams. They had 14 combined in the first half. Look at that pass to Kelly, and he's got 17. Mahan
and a no-look pass.
Mahan with some good work handling the basketball.
Bodies flying everywhere, too.
Kelly's got a career-high 17. Chowan's got a 3-point edge. That got the Chowan fans on their feet here. Here's Smith trying to penetrate, kicks it off to Bell. Bell's jumping, Rowland bumped him from behind, and Rowland does a nice job to reach over and help Bell up. Rowland got a little bit too close and bumped him from behind, causing him to miss the shot. Second foul now for Rowland.
2 shots.
Going back to the previous play, put it on a spin cycle, no-look pass. Easy layup. That really hyped me up.
Here's Bell at the line. And his free throws up and good. Played at a good Northwestern program up in Hyattsville, Maryland. Did David Bell, the redshirt junior. Bell with 7 on the day. Had 3 here against Chowan a year ago. Game at Chowan won 86-83. Bell's second free throw misses, and Kelly's had the rebound and got 5 from behind by Duffin. And now it's going to be on Johannes Fleming. So Fleming's first personal. Duffin thought he had picked up his 4th. So Bell can make only 1 of 2. Still a 2-point advantage for Chowan. Here comes the pressure in the backcourt from Bowie State, and then they'll back off as Bing will maneuver front court with it. Tim hit a bomb to start the game from about 30 feet and hasn't done much offensively since. Has 5 points on the day. Here's Rowland trying to go back door, and Kelly's pass a little bit too strong and out of bounds. Another Chowan turnover, a third in the half. Both teams are not only matching baskets, they're matching turnovers here in the second half. That's 3 for each side. 10 for each team on the day. Smith out between the rings, inside of 16 to play in the second half. Chowan trying to protect a 2-point lead here at home against Bowie State, who's looking for win number 12 in the year. Both teams looking for win number 12, and Duffin stepped out of bounds with it. Another turnover gives it back to Chowan. Yeah, the Hawks, you got to start taking advantage of some of these turnovers here. Here's Mahan getting it inbounds to Bing. Bing's going to get pressured by Bell in the backcourt, and now Bell will back off a little bit as Tim will come across the front court. Bing knows a lot of these guys. He's from the Maryland area, District Heights. Inside to Kelly, and they'll stick it up and in on a terrific pass from Bing. 19 for Michael, 10 already in the second half. Back to a 4-point advantage for Chowan. Far side to Bell. Bell trying to go back to Duffin in the high post, but Rowland stepped right in front of him. Now to Smith. In the right corner, it goes to Fleming. Back out front to Smith. Smith trying to use that left-handed dribble to get away from Rowland. Kicks it on the left side to Duffin. Pass is stolen away by Mahan. As Duffin was trying to go cross court with it, and Brandon just stepped right in front of it for the 5th turnover for the Visiting Bulldogs here in the second half. Chowan trying to extend the lead. Rolling inside. Cornered up to Bing. Bing goes baseline. Knocks in, runs into Fleming, and Fleming's going to draw the charge from Bing, I believe. Oh, the foul's going to be on Fleming. I'm sorry, it's going to be on Fleming. It's going to be a second. Timeout. We'll take it. 14:50 to go in this one. Chowan with the basketball and the lead. We return here to the Helm Center at 39-35.
My anxiety, feeling
touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Ooh. It just won't stop, it go bottom, boot up, be-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go bottom, boot up, be-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it go. How many ways can I say that I need you, baby, it's true.
Gus Rowland inbounds underneath the basket for Chowan. He gets it into Deion Joyner. He tried to turn around and score with it. We got a jump ball, and it will belong to Bowie State. Good job defensively by Justin Rout, who had just come in the ball game down in the low block. And Coach Brett Vinson wanted a foul. He's still discussing with the official here on the near side.
Usually don't see him do that either.
So call's going to work the other way against Chowan, who leads at 39-35, but we still got 14:40 to go. Here's a deep corner jump. It's up and good by Cameron Hayes. We talked about Hayes being an excellent three-point shooter, and he gets the first three-pointer of the afternoon now for Bowie State.
I think a big part of that is his high release, gets it over people. People can't block him.
Here's Rowland to the right. It's going to be fouled by Smith out front. And Michael Kelly's indicating he wants the basket to go, and they don't even call that in the NBA. So Smith's going to pick up his third foul. Tough matchup. Smith and Rowland pretty good at each other. Here's Elijah Epps in the lineup to spell Smith.
This matchup in general between Bowie State and Chowan looks like a really good matchup so far.
And it really is. You know, Coach Brett Vinson has a good point. He said, you know, most of the Division II teams are a lot alike. There's a lot of parity in this league. Here's Bing getting the pass on the inbound. Back to Gus in the corner. Whips it outside to Kelly. He's got a wide open look at the three. Kelly's short this time. Mayhem with the offensive board. Now out to Rowland. 14-13 left and a new 30 seconds for you for Chowan. Epps trying to defend here against Rowland. Rowland on the switch off with Jamison. Now works around Deion Joyner's pick. Joyner for three. No good. Rebounded underneath by Hayes. That's not the shot I don't think Brett Vinson wanted from Deion Joyner early in the shot clock. Here's Epps with it. Seeing Hayes play a little two-man game out on the left to get it to Jamison. Get it right, cutting down the lay. He'll lay it up and in and score. Justin Wright lays it up and in, and he drew the Chowan foul, and it's going to be whistled on, let's see, looks like it's going to be on Michael Kelly, his third. Second team foul with the Hawks here in the second stanza. And Rout, who has a career high, he's tied his career high now of 8, can break it here and tie this game up with the free throw.
Yeah, Justin Rout flexed over there to his bench, and I'd probably flex if I made a shot like that too. A lot of contact.
And he makes the free throw for the old-fashioned three-point play. So Wright's got a near career high of 9, and it's 41-39. I'm sorry, I looked at the scoreboard wrong. It's 41-39, Bowie State. Here's Kelly, who's had a good game today. 19 points with the basketball. Rolling. NBA 3 for Gus off to a mark, and boy, did Jamison go high to grab that one. Jamison already at 6'8", and he was really high to get that one. Here's Hayes with it. Had a notion, didn't take it. Back out front to Epps, who looks at Darrell Brooks, the 10-year head coach here on the near side, to what he'd like to do offensively here. Seeing Hayes switch position, they'll get it to Hayes. Now Rowland's coming out to Jordan Frey behind the arc. Inside to Jamison. He's got Jordan in his hip. Here's Watson in the lane. Short runner, no good. They tap it around, and Watson's over the back of Kelly. And for Brandon Watson, it's foul number 3. And already 16 fouls for Bowie here in the second half. And Chowan's going to take it. The opportunity is dead ball to get Mahan out and get Demetrius Sanders back in. Chowan's you need to get Demetrius cranked up. He has only 2 points on the day. Tim Bean with only 5. And Chowan's down with a couple points. They get those two guys going here in the second half. It certainly helped Chowan's opportunities here to try to pick up win number 12 in the year. Remember, Chowan was 10-1 at one time this season. The second half of the season hadn't been quite as kind to the Hawks, and of course, tougher competition makes it a little tougher too as Bing gets fouled inside, and he got hit in the face, it looked like it was either Jamison or Fleming. Let's see. Foul's going to be on Watson. Watson's already with 4 fouls now. And Coach Darrell Brooks is going to have to get his freshman eye to line up. Here's Bing at the line. He hasn't scored since early in the first half. And misses the opportunity here as he misses the free throw. Here's David Bell back for Watson. Darrell Brooks is going to have a little teaching moment here with Watson, tell him, you got to be a little more careful with that one. And second three for Bing is good. 10 with 6 on the day. Pulls the Hawks within 1 at 41-40. It's 12-44 and counting here in this second half here from Chowan's Bob Burt Court here at the Jesse Helm Center. We've been playing basketball in this arena since 1982 here on the Chowan campus. Bill, pull up 3, short. Long rebound goes out of bounds. Tim Bing thought about going to get it, and then he stopped and said, I'll just let it go. I want to take a chance of it getting coming off of me. And so Chowan gets it back down a single point.
Bowie finally giving the Hawks a little bit of space. They've usually been pressing off the inbound.
Bowie now 1 of 11 beyond the arc. Chowan 4 of 17 beyond the arc. Here's Bing and rolling with the look exchange out on the right. Epps will crowd Bing out beyond the arc. Works off the left-handed dribble and a pick from Joyner. Here's Bing in the lane. Caught up in the double team, now has to get rid of it. Finds Rowland on the right side. Gus moves to the middle of the floor, cutting in the lane, scooped it up around it. Taller Jamison laid it up and in. Rowland somehow got around to 6'8". Jamison and lost his shoe. He comes front court with it, trying to put his shoe on. Bell inside, scooped it up and scored and got fouled by Kelly. As Gus Rowland lost his shoe on that play earlier, and let's see who this foul's going to be on. Basket's good by Bell, and he has just drawn the 4th foul from Michael Kelly. That is not good for Chowan. And here's Oogie Portik. He's going to get in for Kelly. And Kelly's been the offense for Chowan in the second half. That is not a good sign for Chowan, Robert.
I think Chowan's going to run with 3 guards. Oogie just sat back down.
So Mahan's going to get in the lineup here for Kelly. Michael a little bit upset that he's got to come out of this lineup because he's really been playing well offensively in the second half. Fouls have been kind of a bugaboo for him in the second half. He's fouled like 4 times since Christmas. Here's Bell trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and give him in double digits for the day, and he does it. 10 for David Bell, the Hyattsville, Maryland redshirt junior. It's one of the mainstays for Coach Darrell Brooks' club. It's 11-9 on the year, but they won 7 out of 9 games in the CIAA.
Yeah, they're playing a lot better than an 11-9 team.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure.
Here's Sanders, pull-up jumper from 18 feet, goes in and out, and Bell with a good block out of Jordan with a rebound with 11.5 minutes to go in the game for Bowie. Pull-up jumper left side from Hayes is good. All of a sudden, here comes Bowie State. Hayes is in double digits. (46-42). Bowie State with a momentum in the lead here at Chowan. They're trying to win for the 8th time in 11 tries here at Bob Burt Court. Rowland, fall away jumper baseline, no good. Sanders went up and got it. Tried to follow back up with it and got a reach-in foul coming here against Epps, I believe. Foul's going to be on Elijah Epps, his first. That's 18 fouls already now for Bowie State. We still got 11:15 to go in this second half. And Sanders going to go to the line, look at his first points in the second half.
Sanders shooting 2 shots.
Demetrius about 3 dribbles, bends to knees, darts it up, and it's no good.
Something look a little bit off to you about Sanders, guys?
Yes, it does. He just don't seem to have that rhythm. He is now 0 for 3 on the strike today. And he's a guy who started today at 77%.
He just doesn't have that same intensity. I don't know if he's hurting right now, if he's sick, but I think something might be going on with him.
Second free throw is good for Sanders. He's got 3 on the afternoon. You know, I was talking to Robert, these guys have played a lot of basketball since Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Chowan players, you know, you look at the numbers. Other than Amir Hinton, Chowan's got the next 3 players in most minutes played.
They have to.
Rowland, Sanders, and Bing. Here's a 3-pointer from Hayes is no good, and Sanders over the back of Johan Fleming.
Such a shallow bench for Chowan due to a couple different reasons, but
they called it on Joyner. It's going to be his 3rd. Sure looked like Sanders was over the back. 14 fouls there for Chowan with 10:58 left. 46-43, Bowie with the lead in the basketball. Epps gets over in the corner to Ralph. He's had a big day today with a career-high 9. Back out to Bell, near side to Hayes. Fleming along the baseline, back out to Hayes on the perimeter to Epps. Good ball movement here by Bowie. Hayes fakes up rolling, fires up the 3, and it's short. Long rebound goes to Jordan in the corner for the Hawks. Hawks can tie with a tray on this trip down. As Jordan gets it away to Bing, who somehow got away from Justin Ralph. Bing takes it inside and threw it right by the head of Sanders, and it's out of bounds for the turnover. That's a short, and the official's going to talk about it.
I think it went off a Bulldog.
Okay. Official underneath says not. It belongs to Chowan. That was if the pass would have been on line, that would have been a tough one to catch. That was a fastball from 5 feet away.
That was a heater.
It was. Was that a Robert Burns heater or Nolan Ryan heater?
Well, if it ain't a strike, it might be a Robert Burns heater.
Here's Fleming from free throw line, kicks it over to Bell. Bell pull up jumper baseline, 15 feet is good. David Bell starting to feel it. He's got 12, 6 a new tab. And Bowie's gotten the biggest lead now at 5 at 48-43. That's with just under 10 minutes to go in this game from Murfreesboro. Boland pull up 3-ball, blocked away by Fleming, recovered by Epps. Fleming's going to have the easy dunk back the other way. Boland fell to the deck and couldn't chase him down. Good block that time, and Brett Winston is asking for a timeout. And they'll finally give it to him with 9:33 to go. Bowie has seized a 7-point lead with 9:33 left. We'll take a timeout on the floor and a timeout in the broadcast booth. 9:33 to go. Bowie 50, Chowan 43.
Gotta tell you what to do. Yeah. I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-da, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-da. It just won't stop, it go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-da, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-da. It just won't stop, it go head over heels in love, right in front of you. I ain't gotta look no more, baby. I wanna build this love. Everything you own, you ain't gotta ask for. You got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. So you from the jump, I don't only choose you. Got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Grab me by the waist, baby, pull me closer. No, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah.
The Middle Tech scoreboard here on the east and west walls here at the Jesse Helm Center shows Bowie State with a 50-43 lead with 9:30 to go. Here in Chowan in a dangerous part here, Robert. They need a bucket here in the worst way. Kind of stop this run that Bowie State's working on here. Here's Deion Jordan with the basketball. Remember, Chowan's playing without Michael Kelly's on the bench with 4 fouls. Inside to Sanders, blocked away by Jamison. Recovered by Rowland over in the corner. Back over to Bing. Chowan's got to go quickly. Bing's going to let it fly. The shot clock was expiring. And Bing got knocked to the deck, and there was no foul coming here.
Gaddis, that's got to be something. That has got to be some type of foul somewhere.
And the shot clock expiration here on Chowan. And Brett Benson is nearly 5 feet on the court, and he wants an explanation from the official. Brett's awful close to getting one here. His official's going to go over and confer again. Coach Vincent and Coach Brooks have not been the happiest guys on the day with some of the officiating here. But Bowie's got the basketball here, headed back the other way with it. Wow. Now we'll get to the media timeout. So 9:07 to go here, and Chowan is still a 50-43 lead here for Bowie State. Back for more after the short timeout.
I can still shut down
same songs in my car. Baby, your memory, it only hits me this hard. When I taste tequila, baby, I still see you coming up the Florida.
Back to action here at Chowan.
The same one you wore when we were
Alongside Robert Burns, Gaddis Hodges with you for this final 9:04 here from the barrel. And Bowie State has taken a 50-43 lead. No Mo slung to the guys in black and gold here on the near side. And they have the basketball trying to extend the lead. Here's a pass outside, and it's going to be a turnover. Fleming was trying to get it to Justin Rao.
That's just really good D by Bing right there. That should really pump Chowan up.
Chowan's got to take advantage of the turnover here.
Got to stay in it.
Hawks have been hung on 43 for quite some time. They have not scored in nearly 3 minutes, or nearly 4 minutes have the Hawks. Here's Bing on the right wing. Gets it inside to Jordan. Jordan gets right. Fleming gets in the fray, and Jordan sometimes splits the double team and lays it in. First field goal in this half for Jordan. And then cuts the deficit to 5 for Chowan as Epps will get it across the timeline. Is the guy who replaced in the lineup, Juwan Smith, just ran right by him going to the scores table. Down the lane, Rux Bell, and his layup is good. The explosion of David Bell here in the second half has made a difference here for Bowie. He's got 8 of his 14 in the second half. He's a tough guy to defend. Here's Jordan inside, lost the basketball, recovers. Turns around, shoots short. Fleming's got the rebound for Bowie State, hands it away to Epps. 12 minutes have expired here in the second half. Bowie State with the lead at 52-45. Here's Fleming well out away from the basket. He'll hand it away to Epps. Boy, if you're Chowan, you want Fleming out away from the basket. Here's Bell going through the lane, got the basketball. Nobody picked him up. Turns around to fires an 18-footer. No good, but he went right back to Hayes, who stepped right in the spot of Bell.
For Joyner being such a key player, he's got to step up on defense. I've seen that, and I've seen about three other plays where he just didn't get a hand up.
So here's Jordan defending against Bell. Back to right inside to Fleming, and Fleming was double teamed by Bing and rolling down the low block. The foul's going to be whistled underneath. Let's see who it's going to be on. It's going to be on Roland for Gus. It's foul number 3. And that's a 15 foul for Chowan. It's going to give Bowie State another possession in a fresh 30 seconds. And Coach Brett Vinson is going to go to Michael Kelly now. So Kelly's going to come back in with, he's going to have to play Robert really tentatively. We're playing with 4 fouls.
Absolutely.
And they go right at him here as they get it inbounds to Hayes. Fleming turns and scores over Jordan, gets fouled. And then we get a technical underneath. Did somebody say something? Let's see here. So the foul's going to be on Sanders. The basket was good by Fleming. We got a technical foul here as well.
Foul is on number 2, Demetrius Sanders of the Hawks.
Sanders' second foul.
Then we have a technical foul on number 25 of Bowie State.
The technical foul is going to be on Fleming for Bowie State. So Tim Bing will shoot the free throws. But I thought Fleming scored it. I'm not sure why he doesn't get a free throw, but Bing's going to shoot the 2 technicals. And the free throw's up and good for Bing. For Fleming, his technical becomes his 3rd foul. And Bing makes 1 of 2. Been that kind of day for Chowan from the stripe. Best free throw shooting team in the league now is 10 of 18 from the stripe. Now Fleming will get a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play and up this lead to 9 here for Bowie State. Well, all of a sudden, it's seized control with 7:20 left.
Fleming shooting.
Wonder what that tech was called for.
It looked like he might have said something underneath, and officials trying to grab a hold of everything. Robert, you were talking about it getting a little chippy, and that's what you have to do from time to time. Fleming can't make the free throw, and the rebound's over to Hayes, who did a good job of tipping it away from Tim Bing. So 6 points from Fleming, and Bowie State retains the basketball. So here's Smith moving to the left wing. Right in front it comes to Rout. 7 minutes left. Fleming inside over Kelly. Won't go. Rebounded by Rowland, who had somehow gotten inside in front of Hayes for the rebound of the block out. Off to Kelly. Kelly on the right wing. Inside to Sanders. Sanders goes baseline to Bing in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Fleming. He's had a big second half. You know, Jamison, the big guy, hasn't been in the game much here in the second half, and Fleming's done a nice job in the low block for Coach Darrell Brooks' team. Hayes has got it top of the key to route, trying to cut in the lane. Lost the basketball, had to come back to recover. Fleming, 4 rebounds. And most of them have come here in the second half. Here's Hayes out between the rings, working against Sanders, 7 to shoot. Hayes from 15 feet, spinning and shooting and getting fouled. Sanders thought he had his hands straight up, and the foul's going to be on Demetrius, his third. So both teams will be in the bonus for this final 6:22, and it might take a while to play it. The way we're going with a lot of fouls, and here's Hayes stepping to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and Cameron Hayes is the best free throw shooter in the league. Listen to this number, Robert. He is a 91% free throw shooter.
Wow. Anytime you're in the 90s, that's just about automatic.
74 for 81, and he's now 75 for 82. Here's Jamison back for Fleming in the Bowie State lineup. Coach Darrell Brooks has got to be real pleased with Fleming's effort in the second half. 6 points and 4 boards in the second half. Pretty good work for Fleming. And second free throw is good. So Hayes got 13 points, 14 for Bell, 12 for Jamison. Chowan's got 1 play in double digits, and Michael Kelly with 19. And a double-digit lead now for Bowie, the biggest of the day, at 56 to 46. As this clock is starting to become not only the ally for Bowie State, but it's certainly an enemy here for Chowan. Bing misses a 3, recovered by Rowland. Gus running the line. Gus is in double digits now with 11.
I'll tell you what, Rowland's had some unbelievable shots today.
That he has. He's a terrific player. Here's Gus Rowland. He is fun to watch. Far side, it goes to Bell in the corner to Jamison. He'll draw the defense from Chowan. They'll kick it back out to Hayes. 5:39 in counting. Over to Smith. And the near side works Bell. Bell working against Bing. Now to Jamison, who's well out away from the basket. 10 to shoot. 5:30 to play. Bowie State with an 8-point advantage here at Chowan. Here's Wright going in against Kelly. Kelly trying to avoid his 5th foul, and his ball knocked out of bounds by Kelly. Bowie State's got 2 seconds to shoot. I like what Bowie's doing. You got Kelly, who's having to play tenderly with 4 fouls. They're going after Michael to try to get him to foul out.
Yeah, they're going to go right after him.
And that's good strategy here. Here inbounds to Hayes. He'll fire it up, and he got it. Wow. Just to beat the shot clock. Hayes with 15. That's pretty good defense by Chowan, but Hayes hit a tough shot.
And I'll tell you what, just as we were talking about, Kelly could have got called for a foul down there.
Yes, he could. There's a shot blocked away by Jamison. That was put up by Bing. 10 minutes, 10-point lead with 5 minutes left here in the barrel for Bowie State. Trying to come off a loss at Virginia Union and beat Chowan here at the Helm Center. Here's Hayes, who's had a big second half against Sanders. Pull-up jumper by Hayes. He won't go this time. We got a foul underneath on Jamison. So he pushed Kelly out of the way here. And that'll get us to a timeout with 4:47 to go. Chowan with some work to do, down 58-48 here with 4:47 left. Back to bring it to you after this short timeout.
Let me take the night I love real easy, and I know that you still wanna see me on the Sunday morning music round.
Kelly, who got fouled by Jamison prior to the timeout, will step to the line here to try to cut in this 10-point deficit that Chowan's facing with 4:47 left. Kelly's free throw is short. Chowan's in the double bonus for this final 4:47. Once again, Robert, Chowan having trouble from the stripe today, and now 10 of 19. This is a team that at one point this season was 26 for 26 in the game. But, you know, tired legs and tired arms can make free throws a little more difficult as Kelly makes the second.
First half of the season was really good for Chowan, and like you said, second half not so easy.
Yeah. Well, tougher competition. You're playing a lot of minutes with a short bench here. It makes a difference as well.
Absolutely.
So here's Smith with the basketball for Bowie. Bowie with a 9-point cushion here with 4.5 minutes to go here at Chowan. Place they've had a lot of success. Jamison banks pass to Smith and looked like Michael Kelly might have got a hand on it.
Ooh.
And it's off Smith and out of bounds. It'll belong to Chowan.
Kelly could have very easily gotten called right there for his 5th foul as well.
Well, fortunately, the guys in the stripes didn't see it that way.
Very fortunately.
Yeah, so he's still in the ball game. Here's Rowland working against Smith. Goes in the lane, banks it over to Jordan. Jordan, fall-away jumper right of the lane, no good. Jamison high for another rebound. Jaquan Jamison is an outstanding player in the low block. He just picked up his 9th board of the day. He leads this league in rebounding at 11.9. That's pretty good work. But his 6'8" junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, who, by the way, Robert, began his collegiate career at Mount Olive.
Wow. Right down the street from us.
Yeah, before transferring to back home in Maryland to Bowie State. Bell again from the free throw line. David Bell has been the Hawks' nemesis in the second half. He's got 10 of his 16. Here's Rowland inside. Runner from left-handed good by Gus Rowland.
Once again, Rowland with an outstanding shot.
And he just comes up with all grades of shots. Back to a 9-point advantage for Bowie. Wright gets the front court as he collides with Rowland, crossing the court. And hope Wright is okay as he and Rowland kind of collided as Rowland was trying to move with the basketball, and he didn't see Gus coming from behind. And Rowland sitting at the mid-court stripe trying to work on his brace on his leg and retie his shoe just to kind of get a little breather here. And Rowland Wright gets up a little gimpy. Looks like he's going to be okay. See, tells Coach Brooks, let me stay in the lineup here. So Bowie will inbounds right in front of their own bench with 3:18 to go. Sporting a 60-51 advantage. We'll get out of here a little quickly today. We'll not have any coaches interviews. We'll get out of here a little quickly today. Following this one, he's got some other engagements got to take care of. Robert's got to head to the cafeteria. One thing.
I don't know. It's a Saturday. I might skip the cafeteria.
Oh, you've been working on his hospitality room pretty good today.
Yes, sir.
Right inside, and there's a blocking foul underneath. And let's see who's this going to be on. Is it going to be on Deion Joyner or Michael Kelly? Finally, it's going to be on Deion Joyner, his 4th.
Both of our big men with 4 fouls.
Yeah. So here's Wright going to the line to try to extend the Bowie State lead that currently stands at 9.
2 shots.
Wright, who has a career high of 9 today. The man from out of Washington, D.C., played at Coolidge High School. He's in double digits now. He's the 4th Bowie State player to reach double digits. As Deion Joyner will step out with 3:04 to go, and Brandon Mahan's going to get back in.
Man, it can't be hard to recruit in that area. Just so many people. Just so big of 2 cities right there. Being right there in between them.
Some of the things that we're forgetting here in the second half going down the stretch here is this may be the last time we see some of these CIAA teams play here at Chowan. Remember, Chowan is moving out to CIAA after this season. Here's Rowland quick in front court. That's right. Make pro free throws. Missed your shot. Got his own rebound.
He has really begun to impress me. Not that he hasn't earlier on in the season, but
Gus is keeping Chowan close. Still a 9-point advantage here for Bowie, who works with the basketball with 2:44 left. Wright in the corner to Bell. Bowie just content to run some clock here. with a 9-point lead and 2:37 left here on the road at Chowan.
Just going to play some keep away right now.
Lincoln on deck and push underneath by Hayes against Sanders. And they get Hayes for his second personal.
Bowie State foul.
And it's going to be a player control foul, a non-shooting foul. Chowan will get the basketball. Headed back the other way, down 9.
Let's take advantage of that.
Boy, a 3 would be nice right here. Chowan's going to double team Rolling on the inbound. Mahan will get it to Sanders right in the middle of the floor. He'll get it back to Tim Bing. Bowie State will back off the pressure here. Here's Bing going to the rack against Bell. His layup is good. First field goal for Tim Bing in the second half. He's got 8. Chowan's deficit now to 7. Bell coming front court against pressure. Will recircle and reset the offense with 2:10 left. Bowie just turned it over a few minutes ago. I had a foul on trying to milk some clock. See what happens to him here. Mahan has drawn the assignment on Smith. Smith gets around the sophomore. Now we're back out, loops it over to Bell on the left wing. 6 to shoot. Bell against Rolling. Baseline run, that's good. David Bell, who had a shot in the first half to give Bowie State the lead, makes a tough one here. He's got 18, 12 and a half. Bing to the rack, blocked away by Jamison, recovered by Bell. 1:40 left. And Bowie State is starting to feel a win here in Murfreesboro as Smith's going to be fouled by Bing from behind with 1:33 left. That's a huge block by Jamison.
Yeah, and that layup that Bowie State made really felt just like a punch in the face.
Yep. That was a terrific move by Bells, to say the least. Foul for Bing is going to be a second. Here's Juwan Smith at the line. Smith on the year, an 81% free throw shooter. Not a lot of guys on that Bowie State team you want to foul. And Smith misses the free throw. Rebounded by Mahan. Chowan got to work quickly, down 9 with 90 seconds left. Sanders can't hold the pass. Turnover, Chowan's 5th in the second half. We'll give it back the other way to Bowie State with 1:27 left. Beecher Sanders in the backcourt trying to apply pressure to Smith. Smith breaking the timeline, and with the basketball, he'll work out front. Bing trying to reach around him and knock it away and couldn't do so. Gets it over to Hayes with 1:13 left. 15 to shoot. And Darrell Brooks tells his team to spread it out and let's run some clock. Tim Bing is trying to pick up a foul in the worst way and can't do so. Now he fouls Hayes, who's a 91% free throw shooter. Chowan let 24 seconds run off the clock before they got a foul. I think Tim Bing was trying to get one and nobody will call for Bing his 3rd foul. And you end up fouling the guy who shoots 91% from the free throw line.
And you can't just wrap people up anymore. They'll call a tech on you.
Yeah. So 2 free throws coming here for Hayes. And he missed it. Bowie State 9 of 15 from the stripe this afternoon.
Well, I wish you would have been talking about how great they were at free throw shooting earlier on in the game because he put a curse on them.
Hayes gets the shooter's roll here, and he's knocked it in. How about Hayes with 16? He and Bell had combined for 22 second-half points. And it's a 10-point lead for Bowie State with 62 seconds to go here in Murfreesboro. Hasn't been a good day for Chowan basketball. Chowan ladies let a 17-point lead slip away today and fell 47-45. Rolling coast to coast, layup over Hayes is no good. Brandon Mahan over the back. Was it going to be a foul underneath on David Bell? It's going to be on Bell on the push off underneath. Wow.
That's a...
Darrell Brooks is just shaking his head down here. And David Bell said, where did that come from?
That's rough. That's rough.
For Bell's second foul. That's a break for Chowan. It's going to put Mahan at the line, shoot a couple free throws here. Both teams in the double bonus now. So we got 56.8 seconds left to play.
And as an announcer, you never want to be negative towards anybody, but that was rough. That was really rough.
As Mahan misses the free throw, here's Kelly out and Xavier Young in the lineup.
The look from Kelly says it all.
Jaquan Jamison out, and in the lineup replace him is going to be Elijah Epps. Coach Darrell Brooks wants to get some ball handlers in the lineup for this final 56 seconds. And Mahan makes the second. Here's steal by Rowland to get it into Smith. And Xavier Young's going to foul Smith coming front court. It might take a while to play this final 53 seconds. Here from Chowan. But the Hawks find themselves down 65-57. And Jameson's right back to the scores table, as is Kelly. Both coaches playing a little offense, defense here. So Smith's going to toe the line after getting fouled by Xavier Young.
Got us. Who does Chowan have up next?
Lincoln here on Wednesday night. And free throw's no good by Smith. Here's Kelly and Jameson back. Young steps out. Epp steps out. Chowan currently has Rowland, Mahan, Kelly, Sanders, and Bing on the floor. Tell you what, Robert, I'll point this out as Smith makes his second free throw. That's his first point of the day, by the way.
Wow.
66-57. Mahan arches up a three. It's an air ball. Michael Kelly's at a retainment, but Hayes trying to get it. Stepped out of bounds with it. It's hard to win in this league when two of your leading scorers have only 11 points between them, Bing and Sanders. Just hasn't been their day. Rowland looking to get it in bounds, and it's swatted right back at him by Fleming. And the clock continued to run here. Should put about a second back on it here, but I don't believe they are.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you know, you hate to say it, but it seems like it's just been not our day for a couple consecutive games now.
Well, this league is very tough.
Right.
And you know, this team, Bowie State, they got a great inside presence. Which is not drawing strong six. Still on the inbounds by Wright. Justin Wright. He gets it to Bell that comes front court. Bell banks it away and it's knocked out of bounds by Chowan underneath Kelly.
Yeah, Bowie's a real tough team, and a lot of these other CIAA teams are really tough as well.
Absolutely. We'll see another good one here on Lincoln on Wednesday night. Right front it comes to Hayes. Hayes going to be fouled by Bing. And for Bing, it's foul number 4. And Hayes is going back to the line. And sooner or later, if you're Chowan, your fouls are not getting you anywhere here.
Yeah, I think Chowan's going to play to the last whistle.
Shooting 2.
So here's Hayes back at the line here. Yeah, we talk about the inside presence of Bowie State. They lead the league in blocks per game at nearly 5. As Hayes makes the free throw.
And we saw some big-time blocks today.
Yes, we have. And Jameson and Fleming are really good down inside.
Yeah, and I think it was one by Jameson that kind of was a thorn in the side of Chowan. With about 1:45 left.
Hayes makes both. He ties Bell for game high honors for Bowie with 18. Michael Kelly's 20. Leads all scores. Chowan's going to turn it over in the inbounds here. I don't think Chowan's going to foul here.
They're just going to let it run.
And Bing is going to come over and chat with him. Chowan's going to let it run. Been a disappointing day here at the Helm Center for Chowan's two basketball teams. Girls lose 47-45, and Bowie State's going to dribble it out and win 68-57. We'll take a little break and come back and wrap it up here from Chowan, where the Hawks fall 67-58. And you're listening to it and watching on GoCUHawks.com.
do better than that. Have you lost your mind?
Back here at Chowan, well, Bowie State sweeps the double here today as the Chowan men fall in the nightcap by a score of 67-58. Robert, we were talking here earlier when Tim Bing and Demetrius Sanders scoring 11 points. It's difficult for Chowan today.
I'll tell you what, Bing had some really nice passes today, but just in the scoring column, not a lot of production, and you're going to struggle when your best players don't really score.
And Chowan shoots 36.4% from the field on 20 of 55 shooting. Chowan's a good three-point shooting team. They're the second best three-point shooting team in the league. They're the best free throw shooting team in the league. We talk about this team being tired legs, tired arms. They're 4-21 beyond the arc. They're 13 of 22 from the free throw line, and that's the telltale sign. But don't take it away from Bowie. David Bell and Cameron Hayes were terrific in the second half. Their interior defense with Bell and Jamison Dwight came off the bench, gave them 11 career high points. So this is a good team effort from Bowie State, taking nothing away from Darrell Brooks' team. We talked earlier with Brett Benson in the pregame show, and we talked about this is a good 11-9 Bowie State team, and they showed it here today.
For me, Bowie State might be the best team that I've seen personally come into the arena.
Well, we'll see. You still have Lincoln, Virginia Union, Virginia State to come here, so they might change your mind, but they look pretty good today. Bowie State shoots 27 of 60 for 45%. They were 1 of 13 beyond the arc, 13 of 20 from the free throw line, but here's a key figure today. They out-rebounded Chowan 41 to 34, but 16 of those were offensive boards. 6 belonged to Shaquan Jamison, who had 9 rebounds. Chowan turns it over this afternoon 15 times, as did Bowie State. Looking at the numbers here, individually today, Michael Kelly with a career-high 20 points for Chowan, 15 for Gus Rowland. Gus also this afternoon, when you look at his numbers, he had 5 turnover assists to go with those, and 5 rebounds to go with his 15 points. He played all 40 minutes in this one with Gus Rowland. 8 for Tim Bing, 3 from Sanders and Mahan, 6 for Deion Jordan. Iggy Portick saw a few minutes in this one, as did Xavier Young, but did not score. 4 players in double figures for Bowie, led by David Bell and Cameron Hayes with 18 each. 12 for Shaquan Jamison, 11 for Justin Rout. 2 points here this afternoon for Keith Duffin, 6 for Johan Fleming, and 1 for Juwan Smith. Brandon Watson and Elijah Epps saw time this afternoon but did not score. Chowan falls to 11-6, 4-5, and 1-2. Bowie State goes to 12-9, 8-2, and 2-1. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here. We're going to get out here a little bit early. Got things to do, places to go, people to meet, things to see. Robert's got to go to the cafeteria, get pumped up for a little baseball practice tomorrow as these guys in the final stretch. We'll open the season next Sunday. We'll see you here on Wednesday night. Chowan in a must-win situation with Lincoln coming here on Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. Big game for Chowan Wednesday night, and we'll be right back here with you.
Chowan ladies lose 47-45. Men do likewise 68-57. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching on GoCUHawks.com. We'll see you next time.